Hey guys, it's Whitney Easton here with Healthy Place. I am the author of the More Than Borderline blog. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to handle conflict with someone in your life who has BPD or who you think has borderline personality disorder. Conflict, interpersonal conflict, is a big hallmark of this disorder, and it can be difficult when we're escalated and our emotions are running wild to engage in conflict with us. So I'm going to give you just a few tips today. The first one is don't engage in the drama with us. And I know that this can be hard and tempting, and it can feel unfair, like, why do I have to be the bigger person? And the reality is, when someone is triggered who has BPD, our brains start to operate like a very, very young child. So it can be tempting to yell at us, to yell back at us, especially if we're saying things that are immature and aren't very kind. But as much as you can to not go there with us, the outcome will be better. Engaging in the drama with us is just like pouring fire on fire. It doesn't really work. What you can do instead is set firm boundaries and be clear about the kind of behavior that you will tolerate and the kind of behavior that you won't. So instead of screaming, I'll just give an example, "You're so crazy, I can't believe you said that." Try instead saying, "I won't tolerate threats. I won't tolerate name calling." The other do that I would say is do give your loved one with BPD time to cool off, and do give yourself time to cool off with a conflict. So if it's going in circles, if it's not going anywhere, take the time to disengage. Let me give you an example. Instead of saying, "You're crazy, I'm leaving, I'm not talking to you," say instead to your loved one, "I need a break right now. I'm going to take 2 hours. I'm not leaving you. I'm not abandoning you. And I'll come back and we can have this conversation." Give yourself some time, but be really clear and let them know that you are coming back, because we're sensitive to being abandoned. If you just fly out the door, it can be really intense for us. And also just recognize that for me, if I'm really triggered, I might not be ready to talk when you are. Sometimes my loved ones have tried to have a conversation with me like an hour after a fight, and I might need like a full 24 hours, or I might just need 6 hours. But if you force it before I'm ready, sometimes the conversation can go south. So do be patient with your loved one. The other thing is, do be empathetic. Do acknowledge that this person is hurting. Do acknowledge when they're having a big feeling. But don't try to rationalize with them that they shouldn't be having that feeling. I have gotten triggered by the strangest things, like a therapist looking at the clock when she was talking to me, and I thought that, she hated me and wanted me out of her office. But if she had tried to convince me that it was a dumb feeling to have or that I shouldn't be having it, it probably would have gone south. So you don't have to understand always why your loved one is upset, but it is important to just acknowledge and say, I can see that you're really hurting right now, and I'm sorry that you're hurting. So do be clear, do set firm boundaries, don't join the drama, do give yourself and your loved one time to pause and to breathe, do be empathetic, and try those things, and you might have a better outcome. Thanks for tuning in today.